Hi, welcome on to ArsenalFanTV. Arsenal taking on Southampton on Wednesday night. And now this is a massive game. After the weekend when Arsenal beat Manchester United by 2-0, we've still got a glimmer. And it's still a glimmer, despite me chatting to a lot of the fans at the weekend and almost a lot of them almost assuming that, yeah, if we just win our next few games, we're in the Champions League. That's not the case. Number one, we need Liverpool to slip up. Liverpool could slip up. They've got a really tricky game away to West Ham. I mean, I think their last game they'll win, but that game away at West Ham could pose problems. We saw West Ham against Tottenham, who, let's face it, a better team than Liverpool. We saw what a motivated West Ham can do. And it'd be like West Ham's probably their last home game of the season, and they'll want to go out on a high. And that's going to be a tricky game for Liverpool. And West Ham won't want to do Liverpool any favours. But we also have tricky games. Southampton away, Wednesday night. Stoke away. Then it gets easier. Sunderland, and the last game at home of the season, Everton, which is a tricky game, we know. But I think at home we can beat anybody, as shown against Man United. It's the away games that are the big problems. Now, Southampton and Stoke, the two teams that traditionally away from home we do badly against. And if we're going to get in that top four, give ourselves a chance of getting that top four, we're going to have to do something that we don't normally do, and that is beat these teams away from home. Now listen, we overcome a hurdle at the weekend. We never beat Jose Mourinho, did it? Can we go on and do that a couple more times and restore a bit of pride in this team? That is what we're going to have to wait and see. Now, I want to show you a couple of really interesting stats as regarding this game, right? Interesting stats. Southampton, they failed to win their last 4 Premier League games, which is really surprising because they've had a kind of stuttery season, but they haven't been too bad, but they've failed to win their last 4 Premier League games. They've won just 1 of their last 5 at home. So they've not been playing well at home, scoring just 5 goals in that run. However, they're unbeaten, and this is the interesting thing, they're unbeaten in their last 5 home meetings against Arsenal. That's in the Premier League. I know we beat them in the FA Cup, but that was they rested a load of players, if we're being honest. The last time we beat them in the Premier League at their place was in 2003. So you can see there's a big hurdle for us to overcome. They really are a bogey team for us. Southampton are looking to win 3 consecutive home league matches against Arsenal for the first time since 1985. And here's another stat here. Arsene Wenger's side, this is terrible, have lost 5 of their last 6 away Premier League games. Hence why we're in the pickle we've been in. See, that is a terrible stat. 5 of our last 6 away games we've lost. That's just not good enough. Now, you can see that beating Southampton at their place has been a major problem for Arsenal. Can we do it this time? Now, you might say, some people might be saying, well, you're going to find a Southampton team that's probably on the beach. They haven't really got much to play for. They've still got a bit to play for, because in the Premier League, if you can get into a higher position, it can be the difference of another £10 million. And to a club like Southampton, that'd be very important. It's Arsenal coming to town. Southampton know they do well against against Arsenal, so they'll be really motivated for that game. But if this Arsenal team are serious about getting into that top 4, they must go there and win the game. They must go there and start quickly. They must go there and really get into Southampton. That's the only way we're going to beat them. Southampton this season have been very defensive. A lot of their fans have been having a go at Puel, their manager, because they don't like the style of football. It's been very defensive by them. They don't score a lot of goals. So if we can go there and get a couple of goals and really get stuck into them, it's a game that we can win, but it's going to be really, really tough. Now, what team do we play? For me, it's simple. It's got to be the same team that we played against Manchester United. Unless there's any injuries, go with the same team. Welbeck must start up front. Must. And if Welbeck, we know he's been carrying a little bit of an injury, so that's why he hasn't been starting week in, week out. If it's not Welbeck, then I'd start Walcott. I wouldn't start Giroud in that game. In that system, when you're playing three at the back, you need pace up front. So for me, Welbeck's got to start. If it's not Welbeck, then Walcott, right? Also, at the back, Rob Holding must play. He was brilliant the other day. I know he made that little mistake that nearly led to the goal that Rooney should have scored. I kind of blame Koscielny a bit more for that because he should have been on his toes a bit more. But Holding was brilliant in that game. Do not change a winning team. Do not change a winning formation. Same team. So only a few games of the season left. Let those players go full pelt. We can worry about the FA Cup when we get to it, but let's try and get into that top four. Same team. Now, if we do that, I think we've got a chance. I think that system with three at the back and a little bit of a more defensive cover will help us away from home. Away from home, we've been getting done on the counter-attack, and, you know, Southampton are the type of team with Nathan Redmond and guys like Boufal and Dusan Tadic. They've got these pacey players, Ward-Prowse, that will catch you on the counter-attack. So you've got to have that three at the back, that extra defensive cover. I like that. But do not change the formation. Do not change the personnel unless there's injuries. And let's go out there and let's be fired up. Treat these next 4 games for Arsenal. Forget about the FA Cup final. These are cup finals. Got to win all of those. Put pressure on Liverpool. And who knows, we could get in the top 4. And I still think, you know, getting in the top 4, you know, we'll be salvaging something out of a very poor season, and it will help us in the pre-season to be able to attract better players to the club. What do you guys think? Tell us who do you think the team should be. I'd really love to see your teams in the description. Make sure you leave that, and also give us your score predictions. Really looking forward to the game. Games are running out here. Away from home, we've been diabolical. Arsenal, you turned it around against Man United. You showed that you could beat Mourinho and Mr. Wenger. Showed that you can beat Southampton. Showed that you can beat Stoke. And who knows, we could make that top 4.